Hey OT lovers!
Hi.
How are you guys doing? And if you're just joining us for the first time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.
We have a goal to reach 100,000 subscribers this year, so please hit that subscribe button.
So today we're going to be telling you guys how we plan our yearly goals. We actually put up a little snippet of this on our Instagram, and we started getting questions asking us that how do you guys plan your yearly goals? So we decided that today we're going to be walking you guys through the process, giving you a couple of tips and tricks so that you can join us on this challenge and plan your yearly goals as well.
Okay, so fun fact, we've actually been planning our goals since we got married in 2019. Every year, we're goal-getters, we're goal crushers, so it only made sense, like, what do we want to achieve together this year? That's how we started, and we put that down on different platforms. So we're going to be showing you how you can also manifest and work towards your goals this year and beyond.
Last year, what did we score?
Oh yeah, we scored 66.7%, I think.
Something like that.
Something,
Yes.
Which is not a, it's not a fail mark,
It's not a
right?
fail. It's pass now. Pass mark is 50. So we're not going to beat ourselves up. But so this year we've successfully planned some goals. We're already achieving some of them. So let's take you guys on this process. So the first thing you need to understand or take out is that what do you want to achieve with your life? This doesn't even have to do with the current year or whatever. It's just generally like, what do you want to achieve in life? What do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to go? Pretty much. So once you have that picture or that idea of what you want out of life, then you can start dividing them into short-term goals and long-term goals. Now it's up to you. You can decide, these short-term goals are like maybe in the next 2 months or in the next 1 month. Your long-term goals are over the span of 5 years or whatnot. But you just have to know what your goals are.
When you've identified those goals, you know what you want to do, you know what you want to achieve. You need to take those goals. First of all, like she said, it doesn't have to be within the year. It could be a long-term goal. You could just have that one somewhere. But you need to identify the ones that you need to achieve or you want to achieve that year, the year we're talking about, or this year. Then you need to divide those ones into quarters. And bear in mind that these goals might also be smaller goals that lead up to that longer term goal. So you need to be very deliberate about your goal planning. Be realistic with yourself, know what you have to do to achieve each one, and just set timelines or due dates for yourself. Like, what do I want to achieve by March? What do I want to achieve by Q2? What do I want to achieve by Q3? Just like that, and bucket them.
Just a quick disclaimer to you guys. As we're telling you all these things, this is just how we do it. We know that other people probably have their different ways, but this is just how we do it. And this is how we pace ourselves. So don't hate on us or whatever. We're just telling you how we spread out and achieve all our goals.
All right, so we actually use tools to organize our goals, organize ourselves. We don't just write it down on a piece of paper because, hey, we're in 2023.
Well, no judgment to anybody who just writes it down on a piece of paper.
So Dorothy, what tools do we use?
Right now, we use a lot of the G Suite tools. That includes Gcal, that includes Gmail, that includes slides, docs, sheets, and this is all for us to be able to track and visualize our goals. So we also use something called Trello. I don't know if you guys have used Trello before. There's other similar softwares as well, but then we use Trello too.
So I think Trello is basically a project management software, and I like it because it's really easy to use. There's a free version that caters to all our goal setting needs. So we have boards on our Trello, which we use for our projects. We also have lists and cards. So the way we organize it, we're talking about quarterly segmenting. So we have one column that's for Q1, one column for Q2, one column for Q3, one column for Q4, and under each of those columns we have the cards for that quarter of what we want to achieve in chronological order. So we have the name of the task there, we have the due date of the task, we also have information about the task in that task, because it's one thing to set a goal, but you have to know how or what you have to do in order to achieve that. So we kind of put our tactics in there as well. Then we assign it to the both of us. It's a Dorothy specific goals assigned to her, but I'm watching the card, I'm also involved in that task. But most of our goals are both of us anyway, so we just have ourselves there as well.
And then back to the G Suite. So what we use it for is pretty much, now we use Trello, right, to plan the entire year, to plan you need to have the high level view of the year. But then within, the GCal and whatnot, for instance, I use the calendar to remind, us of, okay, down to the nitty gritty, this is January, these are the things we need to do by January 1st, January 2nd, by January 3rd, we should have done this, or we should be doing this. We have this appointment, we have this meeting. So I put all those things into the calendar to remind us on the go. That's different from just planning the entire year, because you need to do individual steps to actually achieving those goals, right? And then in sheets as well, like we actually have different projects that we're working on, and then in the sheets, like we have it laid out, and then we've expatiated all the steps we need to take in there so that we can reference it. Even things down to our content calendar as well, we use sheets for that, because we plan those out like month upon month and like quarters upon quarters, right? So in sheets we have everything broken down, and also in Google Docs as well, if we need to just write some more information about a particular goal or a particular thing, or random ideas that just come up to us like during the year, we put that in there as well. So I feel like when you have all these tools, it's up to you to now decide what to use them for. And like he said, in 2023, like I feel like life is now more, there's so many things happening in life that you actually do need to use these tools to plan yourself. You shouldn't only be using these tools to plan your work, your office stuff. Apply them to your lifestyle, and you see how much things will definitely change.
Efficiency, guys. So one thing I also forgot to add on our Trello as well, we have a column that is for achieved.
Yeah.
So once we're done with that goal for that quarter, we move that card to achieved, so we can look at it. And one thing I actually just found out this year, because someone asked how we calculate the percentage. Before I was doing that manually, so I'll count the total amount of cards we have, and I'll do a division of how many we've achieved, and convert it to a percentage. But I realized on Trello, which is the tool again, you can create a checklist. So what I've done is I've created a card that is under one of like the random columns, and I have a checklist there, so it automatically populates like the percentage of completedness once you tick off stuff. So for instance, we have I think about 33 goals this year. I just wrote 1 to 33 on a list in that checklist, and every time one is done, I click 1, the second one I click 2, and it just shows me like the percentage on top. So
you know what, I actually wish Trello sponsored this video at this
Trello, if you're watching, it's not too late.
All right, so the next thing we wanted to talk about is manifestation. Now, I know that you guys have been hearing that word. I think it's a word that has been trending. Also, there's gaslighting and a bunch of other words, woke, shit.
Silent quitting.
Quiet quitting. Yeah, so there's a bunch of words that have been trending this past couple
Gen
years.
Z.
Shout out to Gen Z. But yeah, manifestation is something that we do actively in this household. Now, manifestation can come in different ways. Be it through prayers, fasting, or whatever, but it's still, manifestation and faith, where you plan for something and you see it come to pass, right? You do all you can to see it come to pass. And honestly, like when people say things like, oh, write down your goals, have a vision board, you think that they are, chatting bands, or it's like BS or whatever. But for real, guys, this is something that we've taken seriously. We have goals that we've actually printed out pictures of these different things, stuck it somewhere, even down to like our car, even our house. Like these are things that were like, I want this, I want that, just put it somewhere, put this, visualize it, and then seeing it, putting it somewhere that you can see every day or every other day. It helps you, it conditions your mind to be able to work towards it, right? Yes. And manifestation is not just printing out this thing and placing it somewhere and going to bed and just living your life, saying to come to pass. You have to put in the work.
Put in the work, 110%. We're not just dreamers. We're dreamers, we dream a lot, but we're also doers, right? Yeah. So you can manifest, you can print stuff and put it on the wall, but if you don't do it, it's not going to happen, right? Yeah. And I also feel for us, manifesting also is like a reminder. Yeah. So it's a daily reminder, right? So you see it every day and you're like, what should I be doing to get this thing? What should I be doing? So you push yourself more and you put in the work. I can't even emphasize a lot of the work that goes into like achieving your goals, because we were talking to someone recently and this discussion came up about manifestation, and I think we just casually spoke about it, how we manifest and things happen, and he was like, mind you, you guys do a lot of hard work, but it just sounded like you're manifesting. So I want to be careful to mention that here. You need to put yourself as into the test. You need to make yourself accountable to achieve those dreams after manifesting. And
it's pretty much just like faith, right? Faith without work is dead. So you have to put in the faith. You have to put in the work. But it's just that you need to know where exactly you are going to. You need to know what you want, right? You can't just be breezing through life, vibes. Some people have actually breezed through life and they were successful.
Yes,
But then some of us who know we have to sweat and put this work, like
blowing us away.
So you actually do have to put something up there so you can be conscious. Oh well, I want to see this happen. Oh, okay, this is what I have to do. This is what I have to do. You get so.
I'm going to say one more time. Just let me say one more time, right? You need to put your goals down. Very important. But the how is even more important. It's important.
More important.
Like you need to. It's a goal, right? For it to be realistic, you have to know how you want to achieve it. Sometimes you don't know. I won't lie. There's some goals that we didn't know how we're going to achieve, but we put it there, and we're always putting ourselves to think about it.
Whenever it happens, like because you have to think about some of these things a lot before you now say, I got this. Like this is how I'm going to do it, right? So,
and you know what? When you're thinking about that goal that you don't know how to achieve, when you're constantly thinking about it, the day that opportunity comes for something that can fit into that goal, you realize it immediately because it's already on your mind and you know how to connect the two together.
All right, guys. So aside from all the old gra of setting your goals, achieving them, or fighting, moving, we personally feel like there are some things in life that you need to do just to maintain good energy around you. On our end, we do prayer and fasting in this household. Now, the fasting could either be from food or we actually do alcohol fasting because we love alcohol. What?
That didn't
come out right. No. Rewind. We love a good time. We love to share, you know. Yes, we love a good time. But because we know that it is a part of our life, we decide that sometimes we just take a month off and say, you know what, we're just not going to have any alcohol. We just want to be able to be fully conscious of ourselves, to reflect, and we hope that denying ourselves this thing would allow God, have some mercy on us and grant some of our prayers. So it's in no way transactional or anything, but I feel like we really do enjoy the alcohol fasting here because, when you take alcohol alone, like your mind sometimes, So it's just a time in our life where we just want to, get rid of all the bad vibes. We just want to be fully conscious 24/7 in the middle of the night. You're conscious, wake up in the morning, you're conscious. So we try to do some things. So because as Christians, prayer and fasting is something that we're regularly encouraged to do. We can encourage you to do same, but I feel like not everybody watching this is a Christian. You get so there's also some things you can do. It could be like an act of kindness. You could help a neighbor out. You could give to a charity. Show people love.
Send us money.
What? I feel like this is just a way of allowing the universe feel like, okay, it's your turn now to do something for you, and you blessing others, no matter who you are, no matter what your religion is. I feel like when you bless somebody else, you're also going to get a blessing. Just do something good out of something out of the goodness of your heart. And I feel like when you do those things, it's not like on a regular day, like you don't get blessings or anything, but I feel like there's just some select periods in your life where the blessings are heightened, right? So these are just the things that you can do, just so you can also get some good vibes.
I would say sow into the universe so the universe can bless you back. And I would also say, just to add to what Dorothy said, right? We understand that these goals, to achieve them, is not by our wisdom, it's not by our power, it's not by our might. Like we're beneficiaries of grace, right? So it's all by God's grace. Okay, so y'all know we always give you bonus tips, right? So the bonus tip for today is don't be too hard on yourself. Be hard on yourself, but don't be too hard. Like most of you people are used to carrying over courses. Like
wow.
You who had not had a carryover yet, raise up your hand. No hands. Come on, you can.
I never had a single carryover.
Come on. So I'm just going to tell you, right, you probably won't achieve all your goals. Is that a good thing to say?
No, you're being realistic.
I'm not swearing for you, right?
No, but come on.
You might not, you may not. Some of you are like go on steroids, right? Go crushers.
There are also some things that were not part of your goals, but boom, you just achieved them out of nowhere.
Exactly. So there's that balance. But I'd say, I don't think we've ever gotten 100%.
No, never. No.
So we're not hard on ourselves. We always reflect at the end of the year. We have like a whole brainstorming session. Then we look at the goals that we're not able to achieve. We talk about them. Why didn't we achieve this? What can we do to achieve this next year? Or is this still a goal for next year? Because your life may have changed and you may not need to achieve that goal again, right?
True.
So we evaluate that, then we carry over our goals that we still need to achieve to the next year. Sometimes we even add to that goal and say, because we didn't achieve it, you must achieve this plus this pertaining to this. So I'll just encourage you to don't be hard on yourself, but be hard on yourself.
And I also feel the need to mention that don't be afraid to fail, because I feel like there's some people out here who don't even want to set those goals in the first place because they feel like they're going to fail, right? But like you said, even if you fail, you carry it over to the next year, or maybe things would have changed. You don't even need that goal
Which you are
anymore.
used to carrying over.
So please just take that first step and actually set these goals. And it's because this thing is working for us. That's why we just thought, you know what, we need to share it to you guys. So please, we're encouraging you today. Yeah.
Do you know what? You'll be surprised when you set goals and you actually even achieve them like before the due date, and you'll be like, wow, there was the goal we set last year.
Yeah.
We doubled that goal before the end of the year.
Whoa, yes.
And the goal wasn't due to December, but like May or June, we had already doubled that goal, and we're like,
whoa. All right, guys. So we know we've been babbling about goals, but I want to remind you guys of one of our main goals. Now, there's no shame in what we are saying, but yes, we want to reach 100,000 YouTube subscribers. We actually even have a space in this house where we plan to hang our plaque when it gets here. And this is a goal that we've carried over for years.
Yes, and I'm not pointing fingers, but you all didn't make it happen last year. So let's make it happen this year.
Yes, guys, so make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to see more of us. And thank you for watching.
Thank you.
We will see you guys in our next video. Bye. I'm going to say they should like and subscribe.
They've already done and subscribe.
I mean, like and comment and whatever.
They should not comment, they should subscribe.